Well, hello, Bob Dendra here, and welcome back to Urbek City Builder, where we are building the town of Pumpkinania. Now, last week, it ended in a bit of a disaster, and that has ended with us having absolutely no power, a deficit of workers, though you can't actually have negative, so you always have a small amount coming in, and basically we are failing very, very badly right now, and I don't know if we can fix this up. But I'm going to give it a red hot go because that's, just the sort of person I am. So we've got two issues right now. First of all, everything is sort of, devolving because there's no power, and due to that, we are not getting the work we need to make things run. So it's a bit of a vicious cycle right now. So first thing we really need to do, before we do anything else, we need to fix our power problem. How are we going to do that? We've got issues because we have, as you can see, no work. So we've got very limited, stuff we can do in terms of building power plants. As you can see though, our energy needs were only slightly in deficit. So I'm wondering if we could delete a few buildings that need power, if that will pop us back up into a positive, which should hopefully fix some stuff. I don't know if that's going to work though. I might get rid of some of our logistics. And some, I guess, abandoned buildings and stuff as well. Okay, so we now have a positive for power. Hopefully that's going to mean that we don't have buildings breaking down now. Hopefully. Is that the case? We'll have to see. Yeah, so we've got downtown houses now. Actually, it's sort of wibbling and wobbling back and forth, isn't it? Wibbling and wobbling, okay. But it looks like we're just about surviving right now. So I think we need to look and see if there's anything else we can potentially remove right now that we're not using. I wish you could just switch off buildings, which I don't think you can do. Which is unfortunate. I wonder if we could pass a resolution that will reduce our power consumption. Let's have a look. One thing we've got is water mill technicians. That will allow our water mills to produce more power. I think we've got just the one at the moment, which might help us. Do we have anything else? No, so I think we might go with water mill technicians. And let's see if that has an impact on our... Oh, it does. Barely. But once again, we're back into the negative once again. So this is going to be, I guess, a continuing thing we're going to need to keep dealing with. I wonder if we could maybe place another water mill. We can afford it, actually. So... Why won't you place? I don't know why it won't place, to be honest. It's not really telling me why. Maybe because it's snowy? I don't know. We're going to get that one in anyway. So that will once again increase our power, which is going to allow more buildings to upgrade, which is then going to push our power back down. But now we're seeing that because we've deactivated, removed some buildings, and sort of downgraded some of our buildings as well, we are also pushing our food into deficit as well, which is a problem for us. But we can build orchards. Now, they don't require work to build. They consume work, but that might allow us to get some sneaky production in here where we potentially weren't going to be able to place it before. We've also got the opportunity to build some grain silos, maybe not actually, some tenant farmers. Which, I mean, let's be honest, we don't really want tenant farmers there because they're not really great. It's not great living conditions, but I guess we have to deal with the situation we find ourselves in. And we are losing food so quickly right now, and we're not getting the work to account for that loss of food. So bad times for us at this point. And it's looking like our orchards aren't really doing anything right now. I guess we don't have enough production or enough work to make that happen. We could potentially break down some of these mining buildings because we don't need quite as much. And that should reduce our consumption as well. We don't want to reduce it too much though. We still need to have a surplus to cover us. And for coal as well, we can do the same. We're like almost there. Alright, so we've had a couple of blocks abandoned, which has then allowed us to have a small surplus of food. That's good. Well, it's good and bad. Because now the sort of gap we have in what's on offer compared to what we're consuming in terms of our work actually increases more as well. So it is a struggle, and we're really going to have to be really, really careful in trying to balance this out. So I think we're going to break down some of our schools. I think we're maybe going to have a bit of a, I hate to say it, but like a poor neighborhood. Which is not going to be great, but it's something we're going to have to, handle. So we need to knock off around about 500 work to get our work in positive again. And this is going to cause, some houses to devolve and stuff like that. It is unfortunate. It's not really what I would hope we would have happening. But end of the day, we don't really have any other choice, to be honest. But our surplus in terms of our food is slowly going up, so we can maybe afford to get a few new buildings down, or a few new houses down. We'll just have to see. Alright, so I've gone on a deleting spree, and I have managed to get a surplus in work. It's bouncing around a bit, but it's now allowing houses to build, and it's now allowing stuff like our orchids, or orchards, I should say, and our new fields to populate as well. So we've got a big surplus now in food, but yeah, our work is still bouncing around a little bit. And as you can see, we've got a lot of buildings that are pretty much going to be, breaking down now as well, because we pulled out some stuff like high schools and things like that we sort of needed to be able to have those at a higher level. But it's better than nothing, and we've definitely got enough food now that we can build some more sort of lower level neighborhoods to lift up our work production, to hopefully allow us to start upgrading some of our existing ones as well. I did not mean to do that. Alright, and now what we're seeing is a bit of a, as you can see, yeah, we've got a bit of a deficit in, most things right now. So let's try and fix up coal at this point, which I think we should be able to fix up pretty easily without breaking everything else. Okay, so we've got a surplus in coal now. We need to also fix our skilled work, or our high skilled work in fact, and our wood. So we did have a sawmill that broke down. I believe that was this one here. So we will get that one deleted and place down a new one, which should hopefully not break. Oh, but we don't have enough residents in the general area now. Okay. Okay, so we've got a sawmill down there. And our skilled work is starting to go down. in fact quite significantly, so that's something we need to keep an eye on. But we can build that back up by increasing our housing level. So a downtown house will get us skilled work and high skilled work as well. And we had downtown houses in this area, but we got rid of a lot of the prerequisite buildings due to some issues we were having. So we need more education, and we also need more tools. So for tools, we can get a repair shop back down. No, we can't. We actually need more schooling first. Okay. If I can find a place where we can fit a school, that would be great. Oh, God. Maybe we need to get a high school down instead. Ah, man. Okay, where are we going to get a school? I'm assuming we can get one over here, right? Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. Alright, we've got a couple of schools down now. And hopefully that is going to allow some of our houses to evolve. We need more food as well, or food services. So we can get a little, what do we want? A mini market. And I should start to evolve some of these houses, which is bringing up our skilled work. And we'll get one over here as well. And we just need a little bit of leisure as well to allow that evolution. So we might get a bar down here and put it next to our sawmill. Perfect. We now have a surplus of our work, and we now need to look at getting a high school down to get some skilled work, or to allow some skilled work to be unlocked. Okay, we're back in deficit again, but that's okay. We should be fine to make that happen. Okay, our poor suburbs have now broken down and sort of reconstituted themselves, I guess, as village houses, as well as a few wealthy suburb houses as well. So our work, or our skilled work, I should say, is now in the positive, and we just need now to get some highly skilled workers in, where we can, I guess, close down this deficit here as well. So we need more tools and more leisure in this general area here to allow that to occur. We should be able to get this in here. That should prompt some upgrades, and they are happening now, and we have a surplus of our highly skilled work. So yay, fantastic. We have fixed that little problem we caused for ourselves now, but we need to, I guess, keep a close eye on things and make sure we are not allowing ourselves to fall behind in some of our essential sort of, services like we did in our last episode. I don't know why I've still got a lumber camp here. We can probably get rid of that and get some free work as well. Might do that. We can probably place down some more housing actually here. Oh, we've got pollution in this area actually, so we're getting shanty towns down. Well, oh well. It's more work for us, I guess. Okay, so we really need to now shore up our sort of situation here so that doesn't happen again. So I'm keen to get houses back in around this iron mine and get some further houses in around our coal mine as well, so that we don't have those sort of issues occurring. Alright, so I'm going to start replacing some of our grain silos, or our modern grain silos that we had to pull out due to those power issues and so on. So I'm going to start laying down grain silos again, and we're also going to need some warehouses as well. I think it might be time to expand our iron production a little bit as well. So we've got a limit of, or storage capacity of 500 iron, and not massive surplus. And we're needing iron for a lot of the work we're doing right now. So we've got another iron deposit over here, so we might try and get another iron mine down, so we can take care of that. So that increases our capacity, and we will also get some iron miners' houses down as well to increase the production. Okay, perfect. So we've leveled up our iron mine, the second one we've just laid down. That's putting us in a slight deficit for our skilled work, so we'll need to also look at getting some housing down to support it. But I think that shouldn't be too much of a bother, to be honest. We've got some land here that we can use to get down that skilled work as well. Alright, next we've been tasked with building some, where are they? Farm sheds. So these have quite a high cost, actually have pretty high ongoing consumption as well, but they produce a lot of food, a lot. And that will hopefully allow us to handle any sort of needs we have in terms of food. So we need to build 2 of those. As you can see, they bring down our skilled work a hell of a lot. But fingers crossed, that should handle any future food requirements we have. In fact, we can even sort of slightly reduce some of our fields if we need to get back some work. But I think we're okay at the moment. Okay, so we have now been tasked with building a religious neighborhood. So in doing that, we've built a few chapels. We've also built a police station. For some reason, you need a police station to satisfy the requirements of having a religious neighborhood. I don't know if that's a, you know, some sort of commentary on religious neighborhoods. I find it a bit weird, but hey, it is what it is. We have successfully got some religious neighborhood houses down. And that, at least at the moment, is sort of the highest level we can have through this sort of building chain. So that's interesting. Next, we're looking at downtown 2-story houses, which it looks like it's a fairly easy sort of build for us. We need some healthcare, which we don't have at the moment. But we can fairly easily get a clinic down. That costs us a lot, but we should still be in surplus of everything, which we are. And we just need a bit more leisure as well. So we've got a few parks down, but we could maybe get a bar in over here. Next to the clinic, of course, so if you've drunk too much, you can just wheel yourself next door, and you know, will be all good to go. Oh god, I'm breaking everything right now. We've got some downtown 2-story houses as well, but we have even more stuff we can look at here. We've got modern 2-story houses, which we haven't unlocked because our happiness isn't high enough. How do we increase our happiness? Let's have a look. So it's basically, I guess, about leveling up our existing housing, try and get rid of some of our shanty towns, and having high level houses. So that makes sense. So we've got shanty towns around where we have pollution, if I'm not mistaken. So we can, I guess, try and get a bit of an exclusion zone around some of these polluting uses. Is that a lumber camp? Yes, it is. We don't need you anymore either. And hopefully getting rid of some of these uses should get our residents a little bit happier. Oh, look at that. Up to 9 now as well. Perfect. So how are we going to get modern 2-story houses? We need a hell of a lot of leisure to make them pop up. So what do we have in hand here? Ooh, a wine bar. We need a lot more nightlife for that, but that is a lot of leisure. I'm guessing we could probably get some of these like higher tier parks. So we've got this floral park. which looks quite nice. We could maybe even get 2 of those next to each other, which will be better than a little nice park. No, we can't actually, because we don't want to block off that road. But we can put one over here as well. Oh, and actually as easy as that, we're now ready to upgrade. So I'm just getting a few social housing buildings down. These are obviously for potentially those who are less fortunate, might have fallen on some harder times. And that will, I guess, allow them to get the, you know, accommodation they need to get back on their feet, things like that. So we're getting a few of those down, and that is good. What I'm not getting is that we've only got +5 right now, which is indicating that we've got a deficit in our work production. But if we look at our production, it's 10,216, and our consumption is 10,202. So to me, we should have a surplus of 14. So I don't know why we're still on, you know, struggling to get +5. Oh, and we have a surplus again. It's not moving. So hopefully that is what we needed to get our work back in order. And we've got houses upgrading now in this area. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, perfect. That is sorted out now. And we're now looking nice and balanced in terms of all of our resources. Looks like we can handle everything pretty well. This neighborhood is just shooting up that I've just laid down, so that's, I guess, good for them. And we've also unlocked our supermarket and our small bank, but I think we're going to leave it there for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a like. Please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to all my social media in the description, so please jump on there, like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. You also see on your screen right now a link to my Transport Fever 2 series. It's I'm a lot better at that game than I am at this one, so it may be a little bit more interesting for you. So please have a look. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Urbek City Builder. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.